Welcome to another video. In this video we'll talk about project versus per element styling and how to use one or the other, or how to use both. So here's my strip, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a couple of elements here to explain this concept because it's pretty straightforward. So let's say I get a text field. You can see it's like green. So what I can do is I can go to project, style, configure. What you can do is you can set up configuration that is what we like to call a project level configuration. So let's say I go over to input fields here, and the primary here, or the input variant, you can change the size variant, but look at the color here. It's currently, let's say I go ahead and set it to be this color here. Actually, well, let's pick like a darker blue. Okay, so here's a darker blue. You can see the shade is there. All right, now what I can do is if I drag the same field, you will see it will inherit the styling that is project level based. That's fine, but what if I wanted to modify it? You can. Now this is what we call per field styling. So the same thing, I'll go ahead and change it to green, and now you can see it's changed. But does that mean that that will now be the color for every element? Absolutely not. It will still take from the project level. So if I drag another field over, you can see the color is the primary color that we set in the style, and hopefully that starts to paint the picture for you how you can do that and work around with it. Let's use another example here, and I'll show you. Let's say I get container. Let's get an auto fit container. Now you can see the background is actually blue, and if I show you this for the auto fit container, the root is this color. Now let me set it to something like this color here again. Okay, so let's say I've set it. Let's say I drag another auto fit container here. You will see it will inherit the same color. Now can I change this individually? Absolutely. I can go in here. I can say, okay, do you know what? Let's give it this color. But now if I drag another one over, what setting is it going to take? You guessed it. It's going to take the project level setting that is available. So if I go over here, drag it, you can see because that is the project level. Now project level is obviously the strongest, so it's going to take from there. Now every element that you want is available in these three categories. You got simple elements such as strip, line, image, file viewer, progress, all that kind of stuff. If you go more complex, you're obviously working with all the different complex elements here, such as iframe, tables. Actually, one example I can show you very quickly is text. Here's a text. So let's grab a text onto the layout like this, and we'll change the color here to be blue. Okay, very simple. Now if I drag another one over, it's going to be blue. But can I change it individually? Absolutely. Go over and change this to this color, and now if I drag another text over, what color is that going to take? It's going to take the project level. Okay, so that's complex elements, and you got all sorts of options there. And then you got project level elements as well. Your header, your footer, your drawer, same premise applies. And you can even change, you can even add your own theme. So you can, once you've set it all up and it's all working for you, you say my Titan theme, something like this, save it, and you're done. And now you can apply this template to any project you see fit. So hopefully that sort of explains how there are settings per element and then the project level, and how project level always dominate the per input style or per field.